Ethan Hale woke before sunrise, as he always did, greeted by the low hum of the solar turbines and the soft glow of the hydroponic bay lights inside his greenhouse. His farm stretched across 20 acres of reclaimed soil just outside the glittering perimeter of New Terra Colony, a place where citizens paid extra to pretend life was still like the old Earth suburbs. Ethan didn't mind being outside their perfect bubble. He preferred the rhythm of crops, the clicks of irrigation valves, and the quiet company of the robotic pollinators buzzing like silver bees under the morning sky. He breathed in deeply, the crisp scent of oxygen-rich air released by genetically enhanced wheat leaves. Everything here worked in harmony. Everything here felt earned. But peace was always temporary when someone like Karen Luxwell existed. She was already watching. Ethan spotted the HOA surveillance drone drifting near his fence line, blinking red like a nosy electronic mosquito. Karen had launched it weeks ago, patrolling every inch between his farm and the colony limits. All because she hated his independence, his wind towers, his greenhouse dome, the off-grid water recyclers. In regulated installations, she called them, as if his clean power supply insulted her polished suburban sidewalks. In truth, she thrived on control. And Ethan, simply by living free, defied her. He walked to the greenhouse and adjusted the nutrient program manually, enjoying the tactile feeling of the interface instead of letting automation do everything. A small maintenance droid rolled beside him, chirping as if complaining. "I know, buddy," Ethan said, smiling. "We'll upgrade your logic boards next week. Living machines, coated plants, recycled water systems." People inside the colony called all of it outdated or weird farm tech. They'd forgotten how fragile advanced civilization was. Ethan hadn't. He built this place because he remembered Earth stories, how one day cities collapsed, food lines formed, and technology was worthless without soil and seeds. Prepper, maybe. Smart, definitely. Across the dirt road, a sleek automated car purred to a stop. Karen Luxwell stepped out, her posture stiff like she carried an invisible crown. Crisp white suit, glossy micro tablet in hand, a permanent sneer painted on her surgically perfected face. "Good morning, Mr. Hale," she called, voice dripping poison masked as politeness. "I received reports of unauthorized equipment upgrades on your property." "The only thing unauthorized here is your drone violating my airspace," Ethan replied calmly, wiping soil from his fingers. Karen ignored that. She always ignored logic. The HOA exists to preserve colony harmony. You insist on living like a frontier rogue. It is concerning. Her eyes swept across his property as if searching for flaws. "There are whispers, Ethan. Some believe you are hiding something." "Yeah," he said, deadpan. "Tomatoes." Her lips tightened. "We will conduct a formal inspection soon. I advise you to be cooperative." She turned, walked back to her pristine vehicle, and let it glide away, leaving silence and dust behind. Ethan exhaled slowly. He had faced petty tyrants before, power-hungry people who thought order came from dominance, not understanding. But Karen felt different, desperate, obsessed, and getting bolder every day. He returned to his farmhouse, but the calmness he loved had sharpened into unease. Something stirred deep underground, a faint vibration he'd felt for days. A whisper beneath the soil. He paused by his old analog seismic monitor, its needle twitching again. "Either the worms are partying or something is waking up," he muttered. Outside, the sun rose brighter, washing golden light over crops and towers. Ethan tried to shake the feeling. He checked systems, tended plants, fed his chickens, small creatures engineered for high-protein eggs. But the land hummed, as if holding its breath. As if aware that Karen Luxwell's mission to control had collided with something ancient and powerful buried where no HOA rules applied. Peace, he suspected, was ending. And this quiet farm might soon become the center of a storm no human paperwork could stop. The soil had always spoken to Ethan in its own quiet way, subtle shifts, faint tremors, whispers of change carried through roots and rock. But lately, the land felt alive in a way he had never experienced. It started with the odd rumble beneath the eastern field, then the strange pulses on his analog sensors, and yesterday, a thin fissure glowing softly beneath the barn floorboards. Ordinary earth didn't glow. After finishing morning chores, he grabbed a portable scanner and walked toward the field. The tool flickered erratically as if confused by the signals rising through the ground. Electromagnetic spikes, unfamiliar frequency signatures, and a pulse pattern that almost resembled a heartbeat. Whatever it wasn't natural, not by human standards anyway. He knelt, pressing his palm against the soil. Warm, too warm, as if something beneath was waking up after a long sleep. His breath tightened with uneasy excitement. Discovery was part thrill, part dread. This world, New Terra, was still young and mysterious. Colonists often pretended they understood it just because they built neighborhoods and councils, but Ethan always suspected ancient secrets rested beneath the surface. His wrist communicator buzzed. A familiar, confident voice came through. "Hail, I'm 10 minutes out. Hope you got coffee." Sheriff Lena Voss. Ethan smiled unconsciously. Most people in the colony treated him like the odd off-grid farmer, but Lena treated him like a friend, sometimes the only ally he had. She was tough, sharp-eyed, and enhanced with military-grade cybernetic implants. A protector by nature, not just by badge. And she trusted Ethan enough to take his calls seriously, even when he mentioned energy anomalies and subterranean noise. By the time her patrol rover rolled up the gravel path, the uneasy hum in the field had grown stronger, like something sensing her arrival. She stepped out wearing practical armor plates under a leather coat, energy pistol holstered, scanning glasses gleaming. "All right," she said, stretching. "What strange farm emergency did you drag me out here for?" He handed her the scanner logs. She raised an eyebrow. "That's not geothermal, and it's not industrial interference either." She glanced toward the ground. "This colony barely survived its first decade. We don't need secret alien earthquakes now." Ethan gave a nervous laugh. "Better aliens than another HOA violation." Lena smirked. "If Karen files one more complaint about your wind turbines, I might fine her for harassment." She paused, tracing the air with her hand, feeling the vibration. "Okay, show me where it's strongest." He led her to the barn. Inside, the faint fissure along the concrete floor shimmered as if holding trapped starlight. Lena crouched, her cybernetic fingertips hovering inches above it. "Energy resonance," she murmured. "Deep origin. Could be ancient tech, or something biological." The glow pulsed stronger, synchronized with their presence. Then, a soft click. One of Karen's surveillance drones drifted outside the barn window, recording. Ethan cursed under his breath. Lena's jaw tightened. That woman spies more than the Colonial Intelligence Bureau. They moved fast. Ethan pried up the floor panel he had loosened earlier, revealing a metallic surface beneath the soil, smooth, seamless, and humming. Lena leaned closer, eyes wide. "This isn't natural, and it's not human-built." The drone outside whirred louder, as if analyzing. Karen would see Lena visiting. She would assume the worst, or the most dramatic. And she would not stay quiet. Lena touched Ethan's arm, steady but urgent. "We keep this between us. Whatever is down here, it's old, powerful, and not meant for WA gossip." Another pulse shot through the barn, rattling tools on the wall. Dust fell like soft rain. Ethan swallowed. "Feels like it's waking up." Lena stood, hand near her weapon, not from fear, but readiness. "Then we need to know whether it's friend or something the colony isn't ready for." Outside, the drone zipped away, racing toward Karen's mansion like a loyal mechanical tattletale. Ethan exhaled slowly. Beneath his feet, the force thrummed again, deeper, stronger, like an ancient heart remembering how to beat. Whatever this was, it had taken notice of him.